I think one of the saddest feelings in the world is realizing you don't quite feel connected to yourself anymore. Not because something dramatic has happened, but because little by little you have disappeared from your own life. You start scrolling without even absorbing anything. You don't even realize sometimes. You're opening apps automatically. You're watching other people live instead of participating in your own life. And somewhere along the way, joy starts to feel distant. Not fully gone, however, but severed somehow. And lately, I have been thinking about Persephone, the Greek goddess of the underworld. And honestly, I think many of us misunderstand the underworld. I don't think it is always destruction, or suffering for that matter. Sometimes the underworld can look like survival mode. You know, autopilot, exhaustion, numbness, feeling like life is happening around you instead of happening through you. I realised at one point that I had become much more connected to my phone than to myself. And that has been really painful to admit, because underneath all the scrolling and the distraction, there was this quiet feeling. There must be more to life than this phone. And I think what has hurt most has not been the exhaustion itself. It's the shrinking, the feeling that external opinions and voices somehow matter more than my own. Watching other people experience life, joy, love, success, and feeling like maybe those things were for other people and not for me. Wanting change, but feeling frozen. And I really think that fear can do that to us. It can slowly convince us to become spectators in our own lives. Not because we are lazy, and certainly not because we are incapable, but because somewhere along the way, it has stopped feeling safe to fully exist as ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, that is what the underworld really is sometimes. Not death, it's disconnection from your own aliveness. What stands out to me the most about Persephone is not just her descent into the underworld, but her return. Her return to the earth, her return to herself, but also the fact that she learns to love and rule the underworld too. She becomes both light and dark, spring and autumn, joy and grief. She is the ultimate duality. And I think there is something deeply comforting in that. Because to me, healing does not always mean becoming someone endlessly happy and untouched by pain. Maybe sometimes healing is learning how to return to yourself without abandoning the depth you have gained in the dark. And sometimes I still get little glimpses and little wishes where I suddenly feel, maybe life could be actually bigger than this. Maybe I could experience lots of beautiful things. Maybe I could live fully too. And I think whenever anyone feels that spark, me and you, however small it is, you should hold on to it, because maybe that tiny desire is not meaningless. Maybe it is actually your anchor, a reminder that some part of you still wants to experience life. And maybe the return to yourself does not happen all at once. Maybe it begins with one small moment where you stop surviving and start believing that your life belongs to you too. You have been listening to the Goddess and Her Chalice. If this resonated with you, you're welcome to stay. Thank you.